When most of us were kids, we heard the story of the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. It was always somewhere very far away, and it was something magical and something you had to find. Something waiting for you if you were lucky enough. But what if I told you that most people spend their entire lives chasing a rainbow without realizing something very important? The gold was never at the end. The gold was being created inside you and inside them the whole time. I would tell you, if you do not embrace the people around you, you need to. You also need to embrace, and this was something that I wrote about in the book, you need to embrace the person that you love when you're with those people, right? Because a lot of us are different people. Not that we're being fake around different people. It's just your guards are down around certain people. And when you're allowed to be a certain person around another person and you know it's okay, that's juicy, right? That is really a beautiful thing to have. And not everybody has that, but you do have different relationships that you can tell, who you're more free around, right? And so that's kind of what we're going to talk about. We grow up believing success is about reaching a destination. When I get the job, when I lose the weight, when I make enough money, when people finally see me, when I achieve something big, when I feel fulfilled, then I'll feel successful. Then I'll feel like I made it. The truth is, most people discover much later in life that the life you want is not built by chasing outcomes. We're chasing, right? We're out there chasing, my hair acting crazy, chasing, and you're missing out on so much right in front of you. It's built by becoming the person who naturally lives that life. Your real pot of gold isn't waiting somewhere outside of you. It's forming every single day through your choices, your character, and the person that you're becoming, right? That's what it is. Most of us were raised to believe life works like this. Let me know if this is how you were raised. Work hard, achieve goals, then you're fulfilled. Right? You work hard, you achieve your goals, and you're fulfilled. And it ends, and that's that. But if that were true, the most successful people in the world would all feel deeply happy and be at peace. Right? They would be at peace. And we know that's not the case because chasing outcomes alone leaves you feeling empty. When you're chasing an outcome alone, you're left feeling empty because outcomes are temporary. A promotion feels less exciting after a while. Recognition feels amazing for a while, but eventually the excitement fades and the mind starts chasing the next thing. Those of you that aren't satisfied, you just keep chasing things. And I'm not suggesting you shouldn't do more, but to chase things to look for happiness instead of find happiness right in front of you is what we're going for. This is called outcome-based living, and outcome-based living leads to burnout because when you're constantly asking, what do I need to achieve? Instead of asking, who am I becoming? So when is the last time you've asked yourself, who are you becoming? Are you okay not becoming? Who are you becoming? Who am I becoming? When you shift the question, everything changes, right? Not what do I need to achieve next? Chasing what I could not identify for myself. Quit asking, what do I need to achieve next? And ask, who am I becoming? Who are you becoming? Right? Are you meeting that person somewhere? Like, are you building that person? You begin building something within yourself, your identity, your character, your self-trust, and all those things are lasting fulfillment, right? These are the things that are lasting. You can continue to chase after things, and that's okay. Like, I am a fan of consistent movement. Anybody who knows me, you know. But you have to find some happiness right here. Right here. Identity creates your life. Let's talk about something powerful. Every single action you take is connected to the identity you believe about yourself. I'm going to say this again. Every single action you take is connected with the identity you believe about yourself. All the actions that you take are connected to the identity you believe about yourself. What actions are you taking? That's the identity you believe. If you're not doing anything, that's the identity you believe. If someone believes I'm not disciplined, they will struggle to stay consistent. If someone believes I'm not worthy of love, they will tolerate relationships that do not honor them. If someone believes I always mess things up, they may stop trying before they ever begin. But when the identity changes, behavior change naturally. Someone who believes I'm a healthy person will begin to make healthier choices. Someone who believes I'm resilient will keep going. They'll keep going. Someone who believes my story matters will find the courage to speak. Your identity becomes the foundation of your life. That is why the question isn't, what do I want? The deeper question is, who do I need to become to live the life that I want? Okay, we focus all the time on just do this. What do you want? What do you want? Who do you need to become to live the life that you want? I said this the other day to Rebel. I was like, if someone showed up at my house right now and dropped a bus, like, we wouldn't be doing anything. It would just sit there for now, right? Because we need to become what we want, right? And in order to do that, changes have to take place, and you have to want to grow, and you have to want to change. You have to want to become the you in the future. Or you can stay where you are, and that's okay too if that's what you want. But you're not allowed to bitch about it, right? If you're not willing to meet them in the future. The deeper question, who do I need to become to live the life that I want? What does the future you look like? What do you do? What do you drive? Are you traveling? What are you doing? Because the life you want requires a version of you who is ready to hold it. The life that you want requires a certain version of you. Are you that version? Are you that person? The life that you want requires a certain version of you. Are you willing to get off your ass and meet them there? The life that you want requires a certain version of you. So becoming the version of who can hold your dreams. Dreams require capacity. Dreams require capacity, not just desire. They require work, right? Dreams require capacity. You're going to have to do some work. Imagine someone suddenly receiving everything they've ever dreamed of. The career, the money, the recognition, the opportunity, but they haven't developed the emotional strength to handle it, the discipline to maintain it, or the self-worth to believe they deserve it. They may lose it. They may lose it. I'm not trying to lose my shit that I'm earning and working for, right? You may lose it. This is why growth matters. Every day your habits are shaping who you're becoming. What are your daily habits? What are you doing daily? What are your habits that you're doing daily? Are you sitting around feeling sorry for yourself? Are you working? Are you finding things to do that all coordinate with who you are going to, who you're going to be? Do your today habits look like they're going to help you change to meet that person in the future? Or are you too scared to do that? You too scared to make changes? Every day your habits are shaping who you're becoming. When you show up when it's uncomfortable, that is when you grow. Your everyday habits are shaping you. They are shaping you. When you show up when it's uncomfortable, that is when you grow. When you take a small step towards something meaningful, you grow. Each one of these moments is like adding a small piece of gold to your character. Your pot of gold is built on invisible movements. The you in the future is not built on moments that everybody sees, right? Not everybody sees all the struggles behind the scenes. You just see the bloom, right? Most people just see the bloom. You don't see the behind the scenes. So each time you do these things, it's like adding a small piece of gold to your character. Your pot of gold is built in invisible moments, the quiet decisions, the small choices, the courage that no one else sees. The courage that no one else sees. You guys have no idea the people that struggle with, I'm going to do this and I'm just going to do it. Everybody's the same. And if they're not, it's only because they've been on the journey longer. Some people have been in the journey longer, but I promise there's behind the scenes that you don't see. All right, wealth beyond money. For those of you that have a money hang up, I like to be able to pay my bills. I do. Wealth beyond money. When people hear the phrase pot of gold, they often think about financial wealth, but real wealth is much bigger than the money. It's much bigger. True wealth includes a peaceful mind, a healthy body, relationships where you can be yourself, purpose, alignment, a sense that your life matters. Some of the richest people in the world feel empty. Some of the richest people in the world feel empty. Because wealth is not just about what you have, it's about who you are. And the quality of life that you have and the life that you live. If you're not living life, if you're not living the quality of life that you want, get up. Do something different to get different. I can say it because I do it. I promise you I do it. I am hard-headed enough to try every angle. Doesn't sound right, but try every angle until something works. I will. Your gold is not a destination. It's the courage that you build. It's the compassion that you learn. It's the wisdom that you gain. That's your gold. That's you collecting, right? It's your gold. It's the resilience you develop. Look how resilient you are compared to where you were several years ago. Every challenge that you survive, every lesson that you learn, every moment you choose growth over comfort. Choose growth over comfort. Do it. Choose hard conversations over comfort. Choose stepping out of the box instead of being comfortable. Put yourself out there instead of just being comfortable. Every challenge you survive, every lesson you learn, every moment you choose growth over comfort, those are pieces of gold. No one can choose those or make that for you because they live within your character. Your real wealth comes from the person you have to grow into. I don't know. Choose peace. That's okay. I'm a fan of peace. Bye, Tankless. All right, so I have some questions for you. All right. So this class is to help you remember that you're the gold, right? And if you're not happy with where your life is, what are you doing different to get different? What are you doing different to get different? There's so much out there, right? There is so much out there. What are you doing to meet yourself where you need to be, or where you want to be? You say you want to do that, but are you willing to work for it? Most of you, most of us, not. Are you willing to do the work? Me, yes. Are you? Are you ready to do the work? Are you willing to do the work? All right. I'm going to give you some questions I want you guys to answer. What do you want to become in the next chapter of your life? And you don't have to answer, but if you want to answer, you can. What do you want to become in the next chapter of your life? I just want you to think about these. What do you want to become? What are you working towards? What do you want to happen? What habits would the future version of me practice every day? If you, in 5 years, could come back to you where you are now and say, you need to do this to get where you need to be, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? What habits would the future you have? Where in your life have you been chasing outcomes instead of building identity? Where you've been chasing? Guilty. I'm guilty of that. Oh, I just want it to work. I'm going to chase this one outcome. I want it to be just like this. I'm going to control every part of it. Or are you building identity? What qualities in my life, or what qualities in myself am I most proud of developing? What are some qualities about you that you have developed that you're proud of? That's part of you. If you remember one thing from today, let it be this. You don't have to chase a rainbow to find your gold. You're building it every single day. Every time you choose growth, every time you choose courage, every time you choose authenticity, your gold isn't waiting at the end of the journey. Your gold is the person that you're becoming along the way. You're like little Mario Brothers jumping up and getting those coins every time. Every time you're building identity, you get to punch that box. That kind of wealth lasts a lifetime. Money will come and go. Right? Every time you choose growth, every time you choose courage, every time you choose authenticity, your gold isn't waiting at the end of the journey. Your gold is the person you're becoming along the way. Right? I expect you to be walking down your hallway at home and jumping up and going boop, 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 like you're punching a Mario Brothers box. Right? Get your coins, get your gold. Get your gold. All right. If your future self walked into the room right now, what is one thing that they would thank you for starting today or this week? If your future self walked into the room right now, what's one thing they would thank you for starting today? What is something you can start today that your future self would be like, hell yeah, I see you. Do it. What would they be telling you to do? And if they're hanging out with me, they're going to be telling you to do something. They're going to be telling you to do something if they're hanging out with me. What kind of person do you want to be known as 5 years from now? What kind of person do you want to be known as? There's no right or wrong questions. Or answers. No right or wrong answers. What old version of yourself are you proud of outgrowing? What old version of yourself are you proud of outgrowing? Like, get the fuck out of here. What old version are you like, get out? What old version? Okay, now for all my artist people, all my people who like to do crafts. I mean, you could probably go to the dollar store and get gold coins, right? Little gold coins. This would be a really cute art project for you, for those of you who need the visual. If your character was a real pot of gold, what qualities would you want inside it? Think about each gold coin having a quality. If your character was a real pot of gold, what qualities would you want inside of it? Would you want integrity? Would you want compassion? Would you want hardworking, authenticity, courageous? Would you want wisdom? What do you want on your coins? What do you want on your coins? Okay, I'm going to give you some mantras. Some mantras. Maybe if I can find them. Where are they? There it is. There it is. All right, here is 5 mantras for you. My gold is in my growth. I'm becoming the person who can hold the life that I want. Are you the person that can hold the life that you want? Are you the person who can hold the life that you want? Are you the person that can hold the life that you want? If the life you want was dropped right in your lap, could you handle it? Are you emotionally there? Could you put yourself out there and do all those things that you would be needing to do? Every small step forward is building my future. My worth is not determined by outside validation. And I trust the person I am becoming. My gold is in my growth. I am becoming the person who can hold the life that I want. Every small step forward is building my future. My worth is not determined by the outside validation, and I trust the person who I am becoming. Your gold is not waiting for you at the end of your journey. Your gold is the person you become along the way. All those little gold coins is the person that you become along the way. What'd you think about that? I know we get caught up in day-to-day stuff, day-to-day life, right? But eventually, life meets us where we're at, or we meet life where life's at. If you have a true dream to go and do something, and you really want to do something, and it's calling for you, what are you doing to be able to meet your future self there? Are you doing anything? Are you just sitting? And you know what? Sitting is just fine. I am not suggesting it's not okay. It is just not for me, right? I live in a household where part of the household is perfectly content. Perfectly content, living life exactly how it is, and that is okay. Right? And that's okay. But for those of us who are not, and we are called to do something more, what are you doing to create the habits and the life and the you that will be ready to go when the time comes? And again, if you're happy and content, that is amazing. You feel sad that you're not taking the steps, just tired. I get it. I mean, life is life. Even if it's small things, right? Even if it's small things. Like, I think that we can want, right? I want to do this, but then when it comes down to it, when we have jobs and we have all these other things that are like pulling at us, we think that there's not a way out. But even something small is better than nothing at all. Right? And sometimes it's I'm fighting my own cyclical pattern from, like, say, my mom, right? Like, she'll always do stuff, but then it never goes. Like, I'm pushing and pushing and pushing. And there's things. There's things that you can do. Life is lifing. Yeah. And you know what? Everybody's time frame and everybody's everything is not going to be the same as other people's. And that's okay too. But when it comes down to it, if it is something and you're like, you know what, I want to do this, then, reach out to me, reach out to someone in the community that you feel like is a good mentor that's going to give you a swift kick. It's not easy. Yeah. You see, you have done things. You have done things. Next, we'll put you on the podcast. And draw from all that knowledge you have. Those are steps, though. That's the thing. We don't sit around and see all the steps that we've done. If you are, you need to acknowledge that you are, and then just add on to it. It doesn't have to be a big thing. So that is what I have for you guys. If you're not willing to take a step, you don't get to gripe that life's not, moving your way. You ultimately want to create habits and goals and little things, right? That remind you, oh yeah, I'm becoming that person, right? That person. I want to go do those things. So how do I model that kind of behavior? Like, if Kitty was going around and doing this, what would I need to be doing? I need to get my shit together. That's what needs to happen, right? So that's the way to think about it. If your ultimate goal right now, maybe not for always, but if your goal right now is you want to eventually teach and you want to have a program and you want to make a bunch of money to do that, what are you doing to do it? What are you willing to do? Nothing. Well, then that's what you get. Nothing. Thursday's class is Alchemy of Attention. I love that. So we have different classes through the week. Elaine is teaching Alchemy of Attention, where your gold forms. We try to have different themes monthly. Today we talked about your gold is not at the end of the rainbow. Your gold is every moment, everything that you're building yourself of who you are and who you want to be. If you do want to join our community on Facebook, you can go to the link in my bio. It's over there. If you want to listen to my podcast and listen to me talk about all things healing and music and blah, 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 it's The Authentic Life with KL. If you want to be a guest and have a story, reach out to me. What else?